I wasn't supposed to talk about. Because I got hit. Well, I think I talked about something I wasn't supposed to talk about because my stream took a shellacking, and my stream never, ever, ever takes a shellacking. I think I said something I wasn't supposed to say. Because that just never happens, guy. We've been doing this for a while and we never get knocked off. That is insane. Wow. That's crazy. That's what happened when you get to talking about the border patrol and things happening at the border. All right, guys. We'll give you guys some time to get back in here because we got taken down. We got hit for sure. For sure. My whole computer just got hit. I guess because I probably talked about the border and I probably wasn't supposed to. Bro, I don't. Fuck. What the fuck, man? You know what I'm saying? Come on. I'm not lying. Somebody that woman talking about it. And you will be amazed, ladies and gentlemen, how many times um, when I'm on the phone with a witness and talking to a witness on the phone, when we start getting into shit that people don't want me talking about, literally the phone will go and hang up. Believe me, Vault was in the chat asked Vault about some of the conversations we had years ago, especially right after he had his encounter over there in Tishomingo Parish. How many times the phone would go and just hang up? And that's insane. That's insane. All right, so let's see what's going on here. Let's make sure we got what we need happening. All right, so we got my voice. That's working. The stream says it's healthy. It was healthy before it went out, and it literally ended the stream. I didn't click no button to end the stream. The stream ended itself. Like I must have got a package and hit sent, and it did what it needed to do. But nonetheless, I apologize. I won't be talking about that anymore. The number is on the screen for you to call to the powers that be. Take a fucking chill pill. Relax, bro. It's all good. You know what I'm saying? It's all good, baby. Relax. We just talking, man. Y'all bugging. Y'all are bugging. 504-354-0143. 504-354-0143. Give me a call. We'll pick up where we're off. Max was the third caller. I meant to ask him about, but we got distracted because things went the wrong way. I wanted to ask him about the Pachucos down there because years ago I got stories about the ghost of a Pachuco down in San Antonio, and a guy was out literally on a corner. I can't remember the two streets, but he was out on the street in broad daylight. Had left out the store and was standing there. You know how you come out of the store and you got your soda in your hand and your chips in your hand, and he's looking down trying to open his soda and open his chips, and then he sees this shadow behind him of like a Pachuco, like the whole zoot suit with the hat. Turns around, there's no Pachuco right there at all. And that area was known for Pachucos. They were like real hardcore gangsters, the real deal. That was crazy, man. Like even now, stuff is going on with the stream. How does the stream sound on you guys' end? Take a listen. Tell me. Take a listen and tell me. Is it clear on your end? How's it looking? How is it looking? How's it sounding? Give me a one if it's sounding good. Better. All right, so we good to go. Let's get back to business, baby. Things happen. Warnings are sent. The message is received. I won't be telling nobody that they down there at the border eating people alive and chewing on their faces no more. I just won't say it no more. You know what I'm saying? I just won't be telling them about people eating people. About Dogman eating people. That's all it is to it. So they're not down there eating people on the border. They're not down there eating children. They're not down there eating Haitians and Chinese. There's not. It's not happening. I'm lying. It's not happening. It's a lie. So you guys happy? Leave me alone. Let me do what I need to do. All right, we're back. 504-354. Come on, man. I'm joking. Look at y'all playing. I was joking. Quit it. 504-354-0143. 504-354-0143. I gotta quit playing. And it's not the internet. I can tell you that much. My internet is very, very expensive. It's a very expensive internet. It's a very extremely expensive internet. I might have to reset my router to get these people off my router. That's crazy. Come on, man. All right, let me check the stream on my phone and see what's going down. It's going. Blue sent me the photos, guys, and we're going to take a look at that in a moment. It's not the enhanced photo, which means I would have to do some enhancements. But he definitely sent me the photo. And I want you guys to see this witch looking creature that is in the upper left corner. All right, I had to go inspect the stream myself. It looks like it's rolling pretty solid. Looks like it's doing all right. Looks like the audio. Visually, that's actually beautiful on my phone. I mean, visually, that's amazing. Look at that guy walking right there. I mean, that's actually gorgeous. That's the look I was going for right there. Now, yeah, that's amazing. Wow. I wanted to make improvements, man. That looks great. All right, guys, let's get back down to business and let's make it happen. All right, 504-354-0143. That was the third caller. We're looking for our fifth caller. The fifth caller wins $50. Let's get back to business. Now, if you haven't called in and you got a story about anything you want to share, call in and share it. I am all freaking ears, baby. I'm all ears. I am all ears. Give me a holler. While I'm doing that, waiting on a call, let's see. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to pull it off, but let's see if I can get. Wait, let me pull Skype up so I can see for sure who's calling. There we go. So while we're waiting on that, let me try and get this photo from Blue. Well, we got a call coming in. Let's take this call. Hey, this is Dark Waters. What's your name and where you calling from? Hello. Oh yeah, amigo.
Hey, it's our Warner.
Hey, darling, how are you? Who am I speaking
Can you
with?
hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, babe.
Good. My name is my name is Sugar Dubois, based on a character from one of my favorite '80s flicks. But the reason I'm calling is because I wanted to share with you this experience I had when I was like 8 years old, and so I'll set the scene. So my brother and I, we had just started school, so it was like fall time. So this was a time when, it got dark early, and there were, it's pretty windy around this time. And I think we were probably about like the first week of school. And we were across the way because we lived in the project. So we lived across from our, my mother's friend. So we used to go over there and hang out with her kids. And so my mother calls and she's like, you guys need to come back because you got school tomorrow. And so we're coming down the stairs, and my brother's in front of me, and I got this. I don't know. You probably know what this feels like, but when something is about to happen, you feel a little odd. It's almost like there's some sort of an electrical field that shifts, right, in the environment. But when you're a kid, you don't recognize. You just know that something is about to happen, and so I got that feeling, and I was hesitant, and my brother did too, because I could see he stopped right before we got to the doorway. Now it's dark outside, right? And then this
Right.
wind goes through, and you can see garbage just kind of like blowing by the doorway, right? because the hallway is well lit, and literally our building was like 50 feet away across the sidewalk. And so there's this black bag that goes, and then there's this this bat, and it's like, now you know how a bat, like when you look under it, it looks anthropomorphized, right? It looks like it has two legs, two arms, and a torso, right? Well,
Right.
this thing was big. It was like 4 feet. It was wings, and it clung to the doorway. I think it was attracted. I don't know. Was it attracted to the light? Was it attracted to us because we were kids? Did it know we were coming? I don't know. But I know I felt that something was going to happen moments before it did, and my brother did too. And I know because he didn't. He stopped. He stopped in his tracks, and then the wind picked up, and you could see like garbage fly by because that's how strong the wind was. And then this fucking bat just clung. It just stuck to the doorway at the entrance. But it was unusually big. So it wasn't a pterodactyl, but it was like an oversized. It was an unusually oversized bat, and it just clung to the door for a few seconds. I got a really good look at it. The underbelly was like a reddish brown, and the wings were of course dark in color. And it clung there for me, and we were frozen, like just frozen looking at it. And then it released itself, and it fucking flew off. But it had to be like 4 feet. I don't know, maybe 3 feet, 4 feet. It was just big. Now, mind you, we're like 6 and 7 years old, right? So something that big and unusual, I just know it was bigger than a cat or a dog, and it was just like it wanted us to see it, like it needed us to see it, or it knew we were coming out. Why would it just cling to that door, as we were coming out of the house? And I could feel it, I felt that something was going to happen. So that was a pretty unusual experience that, I've never forgotten, and just kind of held on to the detail. So just wanted to share that with you.
That's crazy. A bat in the projects hanging from the door, man. That's all the way crazy.
Yeah,
What
yeah,
area of the country are you
and it
in?
was windy. This was in upstate New York. So this was a city called Poughkeepsie. Well, not was, but it's a city named Poughkeepsie. And it's like halfway between the city and Albany, which is the capital. So we're like an hour and a half north of New York City, and that whole area. Like as I gotten older, um, I learned that it was a hot spot. There's been a lot of like history of like UFOs and other things. But, of course, these are things that I got wind of when I was older. But yeah, this was a thing. It was it was crazy. But I don't think I had an abundant amount of fear. I was just really shocked. And I guess at the moment it made sense because I was sensing that something was going to happen. It was so odd. It happened in a matter of moments. And like I said, it clung there for like a few seconds, 4 or 5 seconds, and then it released itself. But it was literally like the legs were clinging, the arms were clinging, and it was blocking the doorway.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
And we
That's
hauled ass.
all the
Like
way
as soon as I
crazy.
think,
And you guys had to go out of that door to get where
as
you
soon as
needed
I,
to go, huh?
yeah, yeah. And we hauled ass, like hauled ass. It was so funny. But yeah, yeah, that was that. That was something I never let go of. So it must have been, I'm sure we've got we've got cryptids out there. We've got these creatures that come out whenever they want. I do believe that they're psychic. I believe that they're psychic and they know they can sense us. And there's some people that they present themselves to, that they want to present themselves to. And yeah, it was interesting. But as I've gotten older, I've had like a number of other supernatural experiences. So, um, they don't really, when I have these encounters or these experiences, it really doesn't affect me like it was someone that's not used to it because, I've had things happen since then and it was like, oh, okay, no big deal. But yeah, I just wanted to throw that at you.
Yeah, that's a
See if you've
first.
heard that
That's
before.
that's a first for me. I've never heard of a bat rolling up on people like that. That's pretty spooky, man. That's pretty scary.
Yeah, big ass bat.
Thank you for the call, darling. I
Yeah.
appreciate you. Call back anytime when we want to share another one.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, thank you. Bye.
Okay. That's pretty wild, man. She had a bat roll up on her and her brother. That's and she had a 4 foot bat. That's a pretty big bat, man. That's a pretty big bat. That's crazy. 504-354-0143. 504-354-0143 is the calling number. This done messed up the timer. Y'all play too much messing with the internet. Now the timer's all messed up. I don't know how long we've been going. This is crazy. Oh my goodness. That's what I get for messing with people. And then I gotta be a clown and start talking trash again and they hit it again. I'm gonna chill out, stop messing around. Because see, people don't really understand what I be saying when I be saying it. I had said this a lot of times. There's been plenty of encounters where people called me and they had Dogman on their property and we talked for multiple times and next thing you know they see people out there in the woods. And like, man, there's a truck out here or there's these guys out here with green lights on their helmet and nonetheless, I'm gonna leave that alone so we can get through this stream because they just got hit again. I will leave it alone. I will leave it alone. I will leave it alone. I'm looking for the next caller. The next caller is going to be the fifth caller because Sugar Dubois, with her beautiful, sexy voice, was the fourth caller. So the next caller, the fifth caller, wins the 50 pesos, baby. Why am I giving money away? Because we can do it. Hey, this is Dark Waters. What's your name and where you calling from? Hello. Oye, amigo, ¿cómo está? Ooh, you losing your 50 bucks. Going once, going twice. Hey, this is Dark Waters. What's your name and where you calling from?
Hey, Dark. Hey, this is William. Hey,
What's up?
I go by Night Wolf. I go
Night
by Night Wolf.
Wolf.
I
What's
see.
happening, Wolf of the
Yes.
Night?
What you doing?
You the fifth caller, Wolf of the Night. You gotta give me some kind of cash app or some kind of Venmo or something, but I'm chilling, talking to y'all, trying to keep people
Nah,
from destroying the stream.
no. You keep that money and send it in.
Well, we can do that too, but I kind of wanted to give it away. It's
You
a write
there?
off. Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Huh?
Can you hear me, Wolf?
No. Yeah, man. You just keep that and put that into the camera. Yeah, put that into the camera.
All right, well, we'll do that. Let me ask you this question. What kind of encounter you got
Yeah, I
for
can
me?
hear you.
What
You
kind of
there?
encounter? Yeah, what kind of encounter you got for me, buddy? Uh oh, I don't think we getting them. Hey, this is Dark Waters. What's your name and where you calling from? Hey, this is Dark Waters. What's your name and where
Hello?
you calling me from?
Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Yeah, I'm here.
How you doing? This
This
is Butch in Phoenix, Arizona.
Butch, what up, baby? How you doing today?
How you doing? Doing pretty good, baby. Pretty good. Amazing, amazing, amazing. You're amazing. Your stories, your interviews. Oh my God, you're just amazing. Me and my brother are like nonstop watching you. Everybody tries to get us up there.
What you got on your mind tonight, my friend?
Well, I don't know, this is like a paranormal type of thing, but we used to live in Wisconsin Dells, me and my sister, and we were like, I don't know, 7 and 10 years old, and we were sleeping. We lived way out in the country. There was like houses like a mile, 2 miles away, and one night we were sleeping. It was just me and my sister and my mom and dad. My dad was in Chicago working for the union, and my mom was at work like the Holiday Inn, and my sister was babysitting me, and we fell asleep upstairs on the couch. And I was on one couch, and she was on the other. And like out of nowhere, like at 12, 1 o'clock in the morning, and I'm only like 7, 8 years old, and she's like 10. And this like cowboy with like a like old school cowboy from like back in the day had a bandana on and had literally had bats on it, and I saw this and I thought like I was dreaming or something, and he I pulled the covers over my head, and she was on the other couch, and I didn't look at her because I was scared, so I pulled the covers over my head, and he kept pulling on the covers and like bumping the couch, and
What?
this is like, a long time ago now, I'm like 50. Yeah, and we just had a family reunion. Oh God, like a couple years ago, and that story came up, and we, my sister's like my best friend. She lives in Wisconsin, or Toma, Wisconsin, right now, and I told her about that. Well, I was with my wife and my kids, and we were talking about scary stories because we're at her house in the basement, and we were talking about, and I told that story, and she just started crying. And she's like, "But you're kidding." And I'm like, "No, I'm not kidding." I'm like, and she described exactly what I saw. She saw, and that was just. And I'm sorry, right before that happened, my dad, drives big. He worked for the local engineering, local 150, and he had a backhoe, and he was digging up the pig pen in the back of the farm behind the big barn, and he dug up gravestones. Father J.C. DeWitt was one. Another one was like Abigail Hunting or something. And it's a big taboo. Like you dig up someone's grave, like you're digging up their bones. And that was like I forgot about that. It was like a couple days or a week before that. And then, I don't know, a couple nights or a week later, we had that experience. And we didn't know that was real. Like we both experienced that. And years later, I don't know, 40-something years later, we just literally just talked about that at our house, like for Thanksgiving, like 3 years ago at our house in Wisconsin. And just,
Wow. And you think
it
it
was
had to
crazy
do with
for
what
that
your
to
father
happen.
did? You think it had something to do with what was going on with your dad?
I do.
Wow.
I do, because my dad, this is the crazy part. My dad, right after that, I don't know if it was recently but within a year, my dad like discarded it. He was like, kind of like, "Oh, that's that. Dad, that's bad, Dad." You know what I mean? I'm a little kid. My dad's like, "Butchie, let your dad handle it. I'm the grown up here. You guys, you know what I mean? Just be quiet." And they threw it away. Him and my uncle or cousin threw the bones away. And I was like, my mom was like, mom was like, "Butch, you're doing a bad thing here. You should get someone to come and bless this and get this taken out properly, or else, something's going to happen." And sure enough, my dad, I don't know if this had to do with it. I don't know. But my dad got off the cat crawlers, those big cat crawlers that like, like the tank, but they have the big push front end on push on the, instead of like a bucket, they have a flat push and they push dirt. He got
Right,
off the
yeah.
machine, and a 6-inch went up his back of his thigh or his leg, and he got pretty much crippled from that, and got gout and couldn't work anymore. It was like literally right after the instance. So
Wow.
I do believe that, I don't know, I won't say karma, but I believe that the spirits are real, and you guys tell stories. You hear people talking about this stuff,
Dude, that's crazy. And so he ended up being crippled after that. That's about par for the course
Yeah.
though, bro. Why would he do that?
My dad, my dad was I don't want to say ignorant, but that was like very old fashioned. My dad couldn't really learn to read and write. You know what I mean? And my grandpa and grandma from Germany, Fritz and Bessie. Or no, my grandpa was from. Excuse me, Fritz was from Reich. Our last name is Rieke, Rieke, but it was Reich, Riech, like the German EI, whatever, CH, like the Germans. They have very, very, like, Grandpa was like black and white. You know what I mean? There was no gray. You know what I mean? And he would whip up.
Right.
I mean, like if Grandpa, I never forget what I was reading, but you know what I mean? But Grandpa's old school, like black and white. That's it. There's no gray right here. And I couldn't believe I was young, and I even knew that. You know what I mean? From school or whatever, just the way they brought me up. But I couldn't believe he did that. And I truly believe that from now. I really believe now that I don't want to say a curse or something, but I think something. I don't know. That was really
Well,
that just.
have you had any
I can't
bad
believe that
luck or
was
anything
happened.
like that yourself since then? Did you experience anything crazy or weird since that
I
happened?
did. I I did. I got some friends of mine sent a teddy bear with drugs in it from Arizona to Minnesota, and it had my mom's address on it, and I had it with my mother. And I actually, we just went to Wisconsin to drive by the house the month before. This is ironic because down there we drove by the house,
and I wanted to go see someone like if they put the plot up back up, and back in the barn because I thought my sister or someone maybe might handle it, but no one ever did, or my uncle or something. And we went by that house, and not I don't know in November 2000 and no, 1994, excuse me, I got in trouble conspiracy charges for charge for him sending a teddy bear with my mom's address on it. I got 50 months in prison. So I do. I
Wow.
believe that
And you weren't in the
I should
game.
have.
You weren't dabbling in the game. You weren't in the dope game at all. They just sent it to you, or you was in the game and then you just got caught.
Well, we were in a marijuana game, and all of a sudden something happened. We went and visited. We came back. All of a sudden, now this came in the game, and I'm like, Gary, you're like my co-defendant's like 20 years old, and I'm like, Gary, come on, you know this better than I do. We don't cross the lines. Remember, we stick to one thing only. You said, and that's the rules. You know what I mean? That's the old school rules you taught me, and I don't know if it was the taboo. I don't know why that happened because he was very strict, and we had very good code. Back in the old school. You know what I mean? And
Yeah, you
that's
got
old school
protocols.
rules,
You
and
weren't doing no stupid stuff.
and
Yeah,
you're
I'm with you.
and you don't get high off no one's supply either. You know what I mean? Because you know what's going to happen is you cross that line, it's going to happen. And I truly believe in my heart that because we didn't make that right, and I knew, and I kept telling myself, like, I should get that blessed or something. I believe that's I don't know, I don't want to say a curse on our family, but I kind of believe that's something hanging over our heads. Oh my God, I got to tell you one more thing. I'm sorry. My sister, oldest sister, Mary and Shelley are the oldest. They're like 10 years older than me, and Donnie. And we have a big white barn in Wisconsin. Okay, I forgot about this. Oh my God. So they're having a party with all their friends over, and everybody's drinking beer, and we're young, and I have my friends over from school, and we're all playing tag in the barn, and it's old school steel ass barn with the big white front and the big open front, with like it's like someone's eyes looking out like a cyclops eye, and then the bottom has like three windows. You know what I mean? And on the back side was the stand for the gear, like way up top, that little
Right.
square window, and the ladder go up to it, and then everything's folded with hay, and we built forts and all that. We're in there hiding, and my sister's with her boyfriend drinking beer, and we're hiding, and my sister Donnie's trying to find us. We're up on the second pair of the where the hay's at, and all of a sudden these red eyes are in the corner, and his name is Dan, my sister's boyfriend, and he peed his pants. He's so scared. We all ran out crying. My dad came out with a shotgun, and the dog, I had a bloodhound named Blue. He came out. He was and he ran. I'll never forget this. And he doesn't like back down from nothing. He ran by my sister Mary's German Shepherd Caesar. They all ran they ran like literally you know crying with tails between their legs, running back to the house inside the little doghouse on the opposite side of the property. And I I ran too. Of course, I was scared. But he peed his pants, and my dad was like so pissed because my dad was scared, and I never seen my dad scared before, and he got mad at us and screaming at us because he was
What?
scared too. You know, yeah, you know what I mean. So I'll never forget that, and that's when I don't know if you remember this or not, but remember, I don't know, back in the day in Wisconsin, they had they said there were bear sightings, but in Wisconsin there's not very many bears. You know what I mean? And I
Right.
think that was something else because the DNR, like we're at school one day and they called us to leave school, and this is not in the country. We're in school. There's like only like 200 kids in our school, and they would take us out of school and tell us to go home because of bears. I've never heard that in my life. I'm 50 years old now, but I've never heard that before. And I think it has something to do with I don't know, I don't want to say big, I don't know, something because the wolf. What's that? The wolf man up there, the Brandish Road. What's it called? The Legend of
The Yeah, Bray
oh my,
Road, Michigan
it starts with a
Dogman,
B. Yeah,
the Beast of
Yeah,
Bray
we're
Road.
right by. Yep. I think because I truly believe because no one's gonna say there's werewolves. Like not many people, because everybody's gonna think you're nuts or something. But there's definitely with all the things going on, it's impossible not to have that. You know what I mean? There has to be. I believe.
I agree
So
with you,
that's my
man. I
story.
agree with you. Let me
I
ask you this question.
yeah, go ahead.
Well, I didn't want to ask you a question. I want to make a suggestion to you. So, on my website over at iamdarkwaters.com, if you just log into,
Yeah.
not even log in, go to the website, you'll see this big purple banner that says Healing, Help, and Deliverance. If you click there, it'll take you over to the Sword of St. Michael. And there is a
Okay.
breaking curses prayer that you can do. If you want
Okay.
to try and do something about what happened and what's been going on, you can use that prayer. Do 7 days of that
I,
prayer and get whatever that is off of you.
I would totally do that because I just went through a divorce too just now, like literally in August, and I never thought I don't believe in divorce. I don't, love my family very much, and I truly believe like this has been like something an affliction, you know what I mean?
Yep.
But from somebody else, a curse. So I truly believe in my heart and soul that this is real.
Oh, I know it's real. That's why I'm telling you to go do that. I mean, absolutely, you need to go do
Okay.
that. That's why it's there on the
So going
website.
I am Dark Waters, right?
I
Is that
am
it, right?
darkwaters.com, and then you'll see a big
Yep.
purple banner right on the front page. You're going to have a lion pop up. Close the pop up, hit the X, and then you're going to see this big purple banner. Click that banner and use those prayers. It works. We've done it a lot, and it works quickly. But you might have to do days of it. You know what I'm saying? Like 5, 7 days. I would give it a
Absolutely.
solid 7 days.
Days compared to years, you know what I mean? I wish I'd have known this. I wish I'd been smart enough to understand before this all happened.
Well, everything happens for a reason too, brother. So
I agree with
things
that.
happen in life the way they're supposed to happen. Life kind of unfolds as it will, and then you get to a point to where you figure out what's going on, and then you figure out and get it together, and you take off like a rocket ship. So today may be
You know,
the changing point for you.
you're such a beautiful, understanding, compassionate man. Uh, yeah, I listened to is it your nephew? Is it Sean? What's his? I think it was Sean or the young man earlier. You're talking your nephew. He's old and wise in his age, and I think because you're there for him, I can believe in your sister, and you have all that backup and support, which is huge, huge. That family's more important than anything in the whole wide world, more than money, anything, as you well know. You know what I mean? And I'm grateful and blessed to know you guys and everybody on here, and I think that you guys are amazing, and I think this is so real and so amazing now that everybody's opening their eyes, and I hope and pray to God that we all recognize that we're all brothers and sisters in the same battle and crusade to get this like out in the light and lighten us all so we can make sure we're all okay and nothing blindsides us that we can't get out of in the future.
I agree with you, brother. I absolutely agree with you. I'll tell you a crazy story. I was changing a flight last night, 3 o'clock in the morning, right? And this is
Okay.
how aware and awake the whole world is right now. I'm talking to the guy at Southwest. It's 3 a.m. And I'm telling him, I'm like, man, I need to pay for these points to change this flight, but I don't feel like going outside. I'm in New Orleans. It's the middle of the night. I got to get the AR to go to the car. And on top of that, ain't no telling what the hell is outside at night in the dark. And the guy says, his exact words are, man, it's a lot of freaky, weird stuff going on right now. And I'm thinking he's talking about like politics and other stuff. He said, and he goes into ghosts and demons. And he's in the Southwest call center. And he tells me he's seen ghosts and demons. I'm like, whoa. So the
Whew.
world is waking up to what's going on. I've said before, there's a serious imbalance in the forces of good and evil right now. And the past 2 years, we've seen the forces of evil kind of kick into hyper speed, and now you're seeing the forces of good kind of fight back. And so, hopefully, we can regain that balance, and people can kind of get centered and get their legs under them. But I think we got a rough road ahead of us. You know what I'm saying? So just be prayerful, use those prayers, and I think it's going to work out well for you.
You know what I really believe? I believe with people like you leading the crusade and a lot of others, and we're all following with, and I want to say blindly, but I mean blindly with love and faith. I love this. I'm so excited. I truly believe because we're not because we're human, but we're just amazing beings. And when we all put ourselves together with happiness, love, and joy, and honor and belief, I don't think anything can stop us once we get on that roll all together. I'm getting goosebumps. Wow. You know what I mean? Together, as we're all together in this, I believe that we're all empowered, and once we all band together, we're so amazing.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. We are wonderful creations when we got it together. So when we're acting and behaving the way we're supposed to, it's amazing. When we go off the cliff and act crazy, it goes downhill real quick. Brother, I appreciate you calling in. I want you to call back at any
Yeah,
point in time, but more than anything, I want you to go to the website and get
I'm
that
doing it right
prayer.
now. I'm doing it right now.
Okay. All right,
All
man. I
right.
love
Hey,
you and I
God bless you.
appreciate you,
Love you
man.
guys, man. Thank you so
All
much.
right.
All
All
right.
right. Bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Another amazing call, man. You guys are phenomenal. I don't make this show. You make this show. I'm just in the cockpit trying to keep the stream from getting hacked. Thank you for leaving the stream alone. I appreciate you guys. I'm not being sarcastic, for the record. I appreciate you leaving it alone. I got the point. All right. Crap. What time is it? I have no clue. Let's go. Let's keep going. 504-354-0143. 504-354-0143. I was thrown off. My timing is off. See, that kind of stuff can't happen when I start the next phase of this show. So I'm gonna have to be careful what I say. I'm really, really gonna have to be careful what I say. I can't have that kind of drama in the stream. Coming down the pipeline, ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow, Dogman encounter. Well, let's look because there's some stuff that's preloaded for you guys here in the system. Let's see what's coming down the pipeline. Threw me all the way off, man. All the way off. Now I'm hearing stuff outside, got me all paranoid. You can mess with the stream. You come over here. I'm telling you. Some furniture gonna move in this motherfucker. Alright. What the hell is today? So tomorrow at 7, Dogman encounter on Ottawa Farms. And then Sunday at 5:30. I need to switch that because Sean goes live at 7 tomorrow. Well, it'll be alright because it's like a 3-minute story. Um, then Sunday is when you want to be watching at 5:30. It's the recap of Occupy Halloween, and it's everything rolled into one neat bundle where you can consume it all. That's all the other content that dropped during that weekend, except for stuff that dropped on the website. But if it was on YouTube, it's there for you. The stuff that was on the website is for the members only, and you will absolutely enjoy that. Then Monday, another Dogman encounter. Then Monday, members, you are gonna get two updates. You're going to get Stitches, and you are going to get the story about the kid who's a prophet. And I'm going to try and make an update for you guys tonight. If you haven't become a member over at dogmancamps.com, you need to go ahead and become a member and help us figure out what the hell is going on. We've definitely captured a significant amount of evidence. Um, and we're going to expand those cameras and get the ball rolling and make things happen. If you are not a member of IamDarkWaters.com, then you are missing out on the greatest paranormal content in the world. And I can say it's the best content because it's true vetted content, period. And then now we're making the transition to where all content there is video enabled, meaning there's video, visuals with it. And the next change is going to be actual custom video where I have the videographer going out and some actors doing some things. I should have that up and running by late December, early January. But it's going to be shorter stuff. The bigger, longer stuff like the rest of Onk that's about to come out, there's no way for me to do that. There's absolutely no way for me. That would be a movie. That literally would be a movie. There's no way for me to do it. All right, we're going to take one more call. I'm just all thrown off right now. You'll have to forgive me. I think my timing is still right. I like to keep the show to 2 hours. I'm going to take one more telephone call. It is 504-354-0143. So I said the number right earlier, but I typed the number in wrong. That is crazy. Stitches, not snitches. Stitches is the name of the story. The story is about a guy who. We got a call coming in. Let's take this call. Hey, this is Dark Waters. What's your name and where you calling from, my friend? Hello.
Hey, hi, can you hear me?
I got you now, baby. What's your name?
It's Carter from Indiana.
Carter in Indiana. What's going on with you this tonight, Carter?
Not much, just at work. Got a nice lull tonight, so got some time to listen to you live.
What you got on your mind? You got a story for us?
Yeah, I got a story and some images that go with it. Is there any way I could send those to you?
Sure. I am at IamDarkWaters.com. All you got to do is shoot me an email. But I'm really interested in hearing the story. What happened?
So I got a friend who lives a little bit outside of town, and he's got some big wooded property. And it used to be Native American land, and he's just had a lot of activity. I wish I could get him to call in sometime, but he's got a couple different stories, but the story about the photographs I've got is right across from his property on the road. If you walk up the drive, there's a church and there's a cemetery there. And one night we decided we'd walk up there and walk around the cemetery. And then he decided he'd take some pictures of just the church and the skyline. And it's
Okay.
all woods behind the church across the road where he lives. And he looked at the pictures later, and there is a really big, I don't want to call it a head, but it looks like a head. I can't see facial features, but it's like it looks like there's a neck and then a head. And it's just above the tree line, and there's no water tower or anything out there. It's like 3 a.m., so there wouldn't be a hot air balloon. Plus, those are loud and bright. You hear that pretty easily. Um, but I don't know what it is. But he's had a lot of different encounters out there. He has a well on his property from like colonial era. And he was out in the woods one day walking around his property with his dog, and he starts hearing moaning and chains, what sounds like he described as chains scraping across stone, and it was coming from the well. And he went over next to the well, and it just got louder and louder, so he just dipped. Um, and he's also seen couple different things. Sorry if I'm going too fast. I don't have a lot of details on a lot of these because these are just there's so many.
It's okay. You're doing perfectly fine, bro.
All right. Well, him and his whole family, because his whole family basically lives. His grandpa, his mom, dad, brother, and sister all live out there in two different. One's a trailer, and then they also have a house out there. And they were driving back one night, and they see this. He thought it was like a monkey at first, and it was just crouching on the side of the road. And this is Indiana. I mean, unless anything's escaped from a zoo, and we don't even have zoos in my town where we have monkeys. But he's driving with his family, and he sees it on the side of the road. His whole family saw it, and then it came to a full stand. And he said he just didn't see a head. It just looked like a hairy man with no head or no neck. And then it got on all fours, like how like a toddler will walk on its hands and knees.
Mm-hmm.
He said it did. It got on its hands and knees and just crawled across the road into the trees.
That sounds like
And
a Bigfoot to me.
yeah, I don't know. I mean, the whole, just it's so strange the way I expect, you know, like hands and knee crawling. It seems so slow, but
Not for them.
um,
Not for them at
yeah,
all.
yeah. But that's apparently he looked into it, and the first sighting of it, it's called the Headless Man, and it's in Smithville, and was in like 1850s.
Holy crap.
uh and I don't know if it's the same one or if it's a spirit or if it's just young Big Feet, but it's just always described as either having no head or just no neck, but there's a head like next to the shoulders.
And he owns this property where all this is going on?
Yeah.
Do you think you could talk him into letting us put a camera out there on his property?
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, shoot me the email with the pictures. Let me rap with him behind the scenes. Let's do a three-way call and let's get something up there. And it'll benefit him because he'll have an opportunity to tap into it and just see for himself, and he can safely see what's going on, as opposed to
Oh,
going
yeah.
out into the night into the dark. I would love to put a camera there, especially if you got activity going back that far. That's a perfect spot, man. I'm telling you, that's a perfect spot.
hmm And it's I am Dark Waters.
Yep, I am at iamdarkwaters.com.
All right.
Anything else on your mind?
Not much. I think those photos uh I mean, I guess there's one more thing. One of the more recent times I went out there, he took more photos, and uh there's just these, and I'm curious if anyone in chat or if you've ever heard of this, but just like blue light, like not like just like a ball, but like it's a straight line going straight into the sky, and it's not like lightning where it's jagged, it's curved.
And
And
it's coming from the sky, or is it coming from the ground?
I can't tell. It's taken up the whole. It's actually right next to the church where we caught it. And it's just for some reason in my head, I think it's going up into the sky.
Dude, that's freaky. That's freaky and weird. Yeah, that's. I would love to
Yeah,
put a camera and just put a camera to face the church and see what's going on at the church. That's freaky and weird. I have not. There was one encounter where it was a Dogman encounter where this was in south of Boutte, Louisiana, where a guy saw lights in the sky and then he saw Dogmen running across this ridge. But outside of that, no, I've never heard of that. Now I've heard of
huh.
like those haunted churches and cemeteries, like deep in the woods.
Yeah.
That's something that's really really prevalent. I don't even understand why that activity happens there. You were with him when you guys took these photos and you caught the big head. You were together, or was he alone?
I was with him, and we didn't notice anything off. Aside from, well, when I got the big, or sorry, not me, when he got the picture of the big head in the background, he took the picture because he was gonna get a picture of, it was me and two other people walking up to the cemetery. He was already up there, so he figured he'd try and take a photo of us walking up, and he just caught it in the background. And I'll also send a daylight photo of the same position, basically, so you can see there's nothing in the trees. Um, but we both, as we were walking back from the cemetery, because I felt like two of the people we were with weren't being quite respectful of the cemetery,
Mm,
and I got the feeling, and as we were walking away, I told him, I was like, man, I was getting a weird feeling. And he was like, yeah, I just got this feeling that we were being watched. And I was like, I felt like there was an old woman there, like almost a witch that was watching us. And she didn't seem like, the energy I was getting wasn't like, angry or evil, just really kind of disgusted, like disrespectful.
well, what were they doing? What were they doing that was being disrespectful? Kind of fill us in on that.
They were just, you know, like dancing around and, I mean, almost literally dancing on people's graves.
Oh hell no.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good way to get something to follow you home. Have you spoken to them since then? Have they had anything crazy happen?
No, they didn't. I personally felt like the minute we left, like the cemetery, I felt like it was gone, and like in my head, like I kind of said like an apology for, their on their behalf. Um, and maybe that's all it took to, have it leave them alone. But one of the people is my roommate, so nothing strange has happened to us.
Yeah, you do not dance on anybody's grave. That is a terrible, terrible. I know if I die and you dance on my grave and I'm around, I'm gonna haunt your ass.
Yeah,
I'm haunting you. I'm
yeah,
coming to get you. I'm gonna catch a ride, and when you go to sleep, I'm gonna molest you in your sleep. I'm telling you right now.
yeah. But there's also one of my friends who was out there. I've spent the night in the woods, but I slept in my car because it was so cold. Because they have a little, path you can drive down that doesn't go super deep into the woods. but to a clearing they made for a bonfire. And me and my friend, we were like, it was too cold. It was the middle of winter. It was sub-zero or sub-freezing. So I slept in my car, but I have another friend who they went out deeper into the woods and set up tents, and his sleep schedule was all off because of work. So it was 6 a.m. And he was still awake, and then he heard footsteps circling the camp, and he said it sounded bipedal. It sounded like in between each footfall was about 7 or 8 feet. Like it was
Crap.
covering that much distance.
Wow. Yeah, that's I don't. That's why I don't do that camping thing, man. I can't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't do that. My goddaughter Iris, her parents wants us to go camping with them, and they're like, "Let's take Iris camping." I'm like, "No, we're not taking her camping. We'll take her to the beach. I'm not going
Yeah.
camping. Y'all can camp all the hell y'all want." And they like camping national forests. I'm like, "Y'all gonna get my goddaughter eaten. She gonna disappear. Why would you say something like that? Keep
Yeah.
her little ass, cause she don't listen. Like, keep her little ass out the woods, man. What y'all doing?" But her parents are they outdoors people for real, so it is what it is. I can't
Yeah.
do the camping thing. But those are some interesting stories, man. I appreciate the call. I really do appreciate that call. You're gonna shoot me the email, right? So we can try and get on this church. I want to put something on that church. For real.
Yep. Yep. I'll just end the subject. It's just gonna be my name, and I'm sending it right now.
Alright. Appreciate you, brother.
No problem. Have a good one.
You too. Alright.
Bye.
Someone was asking about the guy who called in and said he had photos of portals. That was an interesting story because the guy sends those photos, um, and I get a lot of emails, guys. I get a shitload of emails. Like, we got the cameras running. I got the hackers hitting the website all the time. You guys seen just in an hour, my email account will fill up with 200 emails, right? And so the following day, I get to my computer and I'm looking, deleting the old emails, and I see where the guy sends the message at like 11. Then at 2 o'clock in the morning, he messaged me saying, "I'm like all the other podcasters, and they don't respond to his shit." And I'm like, "Yo, fuck, basically fuck you, dude. Like, I didn't get a chance to open your email, and so I didn't. I deleted his shit. So I don't know what the hell he got. I told him don't send me nothing else, because if you don't have enough common sense to realize that if you sent me something, give me time to look at it. You got to give me time to look at it. Like my girl Sunshine, she sent me photos. I finally got around to looking at Sunshine's photos and text her about it to talk about it, and we never talked on the phone. So I got to call her back and let her know what's going on with her stuff. So Eddie, I'm still taking calls. I'll take one more call. 504-354-0143. 504-354-0143. I'll take another call, baby. Call me. You better call Tyrone. Call him. Hey, come on, man. Hit the like button. There's 282 people in here. 82 likes. Come on. Why y'all disrespecting me like that, man? I'm going to put the graphic up there to tell y'all to hit the like button, man. Y'all playing. Y'all out here in these streets playing with my mind. Hit the like button. Show some love, man. That's crazy. Why would you even do that? I don't understand it. Makes no sense. Makes no sense. Call him. Oh, I got a call coming in now. Here we go. Hey, this is Dog Waters. What's your name and where you calling from?
Hey, DW, this is Big Cole. I'm calling from Gallup, New Mexico.
Ooh, you're down in New Mexico. What's happening with you, baby? Sound like you're on the road.
Oh, not too much. I am actually. Yes, sir.
You truck driving or you just regular driving?
Truck driving.
I love y'all truckers, man. Y'all got the best stories. What's on your mind?
Oh, just calling. I haven't talked to you ever in person. Um, just wanted to call in, say I'm a big fan. Um, I used to be subscribed to the Dark Waters family, but I had to back out of there and want to renew that subscription. And I was also wondering if you still had if you still have the comics available.
Nope. All the comics that we had, all the Siege of Like a Ranch comics are sold. I got one left. That one comic book is for Jeff Nataloni, and I've been piking on sending it to him. And then the other comic books, it's going absolutely horrid and getting those done and out to everybody. So no, I don't really have any more comics that I can sell at this point in time. I'm looking at getting us some more, but
Okay,
I gotta find some more. I really gotta find another artist. I like that guy, but we had us some serious problems.
absolutely. And I also wanted to say, thank you for. I always catch a lot of your shows. I appreciate how you were supporting D. It's an incredible man.
Yeah,
Respect that.
I'm one of those people. If you're my friend, you're my friend, and I have a lot of friends who've made mistakes in life and done stuff, and I've made mistakes. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying? Some,
absolutely.
and we all make mistakes, and I just think it's totally ridiculous that the way people in this industry behave, because it's normally provoked by competitors. So the way people behave when
Yeah.
someone has a problem, and if we were to peel back the layers on their personal shit, ain't no telling what we will find. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Also, I did have a question for you. Way back, when I was at your actual website, I had texted you because I was seeing shadow figures, and
Okay.
I had talked to you back and forth, texting, and you told me, you said, well, it's probably pretty harmless, but if it has red eyes and that. But anyway, to make it short, you had hooked me up with the deals.
Yeah, Robert passed away though. You know that, right?
I was going to ask you what happened because I have not seen or heard nothing from him.
Yeah, he passed away. He went on the other side about a year ago. It's been about a year since he passed.
That long.
Yeah, his wife is still there doing what she needs to do, but he's passed away. And that was a cool dude, man. Did you ever get a chance to talk to him?
I talked to her, um, and and he was probably having issues or something then because she had kind of took over for that minute, and you had told me to, seek her out, and I actually got prayers from her, and yeah, got them shadows to get up out my house,
Yeah,
and
he's
wanted to.
they the real deal, bro.
Oh, you wasn't joking. You wasn't joking,
Hmm.
and I wanted to appreciate you for that because you ain't know me from Adam, and it's just that was some help I actually needed, and you made sure I got it, and I wanted to thank you very much for that.
No, you're welcome, brother. That's what we're here for. That's what people should be here for, to help other people,
I know
and that's
that's
what I
right.
try to do. You know what I'm saying? And I tell you,
Yes,
the
sir.
reason why I know it works is because I used it, and I tell people all the time.
Yes.
That's the same prayer I just told the other gentleman to go click on the link because it takes you right to their website, and they're right there. And I had
Yes.
family members use it, friends use it, and it works. And it not. It's almost like, um, to me, it's almost as if that darkness that's surrounding you, like an explosion, like a ball of light explodes, and it has to flee away.
That's
It
true.
absolutely has no. It can't exist in that same area. You just have to be mindful
No,
of.
no, it
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
no, yeah, it can't stand to be in the same space any longer after that.
Hmm. You just have to be mindful not to let it back in. And the decisions that we make, and I'm not even gonna say that the sins that we commit allow those things to come back in. And you just have to be
Right.
mindful. And if you really want to get to the bottom of it, you got to figure out where it started and change whatever that habit is. And I've been through it all, and so then that's where the Psalms come in for helping you change your habits and things of that nature. Psalms 150, Psalms 146, 132. Um, they'll help you with those bad habits and breaking those habits. But it's deep because
Absolutely.
it's kind of like we have this. It's like an onion. Is the best way to put it. You have an encounter or something that's going wrong, and then you start praying and you peel back the first layer and you realize, okay, this is how this got introduced to me. But why? Then you peel that back, and next thing you know, okay, well, why did this happen? And you got to keep on peeling. And in my case, it went all the way back to before my grandmother. It went back to my great grandmother. I had to go that far
Yes.
back, breaking things in order for my life to get better.
Yep, absolutely. Yep. Generational curses. People don't think. Well, people don't think a lot of things are real, but they're very much real.
Absolutely. Well, all right, brother. I appreciate you calling in. I'm gonna wrap this show up and get it over with because we had a little stream drama, but it's all good. And I'll talk to you.
Absolutely.
I'll talk to you during the next show. Call back anytime. I appreciate you.
I will, yes, sir. Keep doing what you're doing. You're just an incredible human being, DW. I stay with my ear to it.
All right, man. I love you, man. Be safe.
All right. Love
All
you
right.
too.
All right. Bye.
Stay true.
Yeah, man. That's wild. Um, I don't even remember him and I texting. I do remember texting a couple of people and telling them to talk to Robert Deal. And and letting people know that that's where you go. But I went through it, man. When I tell you I went through it, man, I went through it. I went through it. 220 people in here and 117 likes. Come on, guys, hit the like button before I roll out and climb into this bed and get me some sleep and relax. I might play a little PlayStation tonight. I played with Vault the other night, and the problem I ran into was my controller sucked, y'all. They really know how to play. Like, but I'm cold blooded in the game, but the controller wouldn't work. And so I got a little aggravated. I rage quit, honestly. I just got off, turned the whole thing off because I was like, man, the controller not working. Just straight up rage quit. Like, screw it, I'm not playing anymore. Climbed in the bed, mad as hell. You know what I'm saying? Mad as I can be. Eddie, I'm about to close it out, baby. And I'll catch you Tuesday for the next show. Ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you. I love you. I think you're fantastic and phenomenal. I believe that the Dark Waters family is the best family in the paranormal world. We're constantly growing, constantly expanding, um, and it's going to get better. It's going to get way, way better if I have anything to do with it. So, you guys can look forward to things growing. I think I just got the email. I want to put the camera by that church where this Native American land is. Hopefully, we won't have no issues because maybe I don't want to violate nothing. But yeah, let's do it. Let's make it happen. We got one sitting there right now that can go, so we will make it happen. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, it is time we close this thing out. I love you and I appreciate you, and I'll see you during the next show. There, oh, say does that star way?